charitable organisation. We were founded in 1937, so it's 75th year this year. We work with children and young people predominantly on 57 locations across New South Wales. We have predominantly sporting and recreational facilities on each of those sites. We have 85,000 approximately members, but we have a special relationship with New South Wales Police, where in each of our sites there are police officers based, about 120 police officers, and we support them in work targeting at-risk children and young people and young offenders. So when we started a reform program for the whole of PCYC to modernise the organisation, one of the gaps was IT. When you asked me what was our IT system, we didn't actually have a system. We had over 50 locations, each location making its own decisions about everything from email, internet access, hardware, software, and then there was State Office as well. It had trouble communicating with its own locations, and even at State Office we didn't have a system. We had mixes of software and hardware. So the first question was, did we want a system? How would we set that up? Who would partner with us to get that right? At the heart of that system was how we best communicated with those 50 plus locations, how we did that in a way that didn't add to the burden of the manager's daily jobs, that in fact made that easier for them. So again, we looked to a partner in Brennan IT to help us develop that system and come up with clever ways of communicating. Brennan was recommended to me by another CEO in the not-for-profit sector, and we had talked to a couple of the larger telecommunication groups. They were expensive, they were impersonal. We wanted somebody that had sufficient depth that could deliver a whole range of services and comprehensive advice, but that I could establish a trust relationship with. And in talking to Brennan, we thought they could deliver all those services, give us that advice, and I very quickly was able to establish a trust relationship with the organisation and the managing director. We need to talk to our people at low cost in a way that gathers the key data from them across those different locations. SharePoint was recommended to us as a solution. We found that all the things they said it would do, it does. It's allowed us to automate crucial processes, capture data with confidence that we've got it stored, it's gone to the right people, and in the process of entering it, the staff find it useful and in fact efficient. So SharePoint's done that for us. The intranet started first. How do we link everybody up? How do we start providing them with basic corporate information and exchanging that information? Then experimenting with a process, we focused on incident reporting. That is the area of greatest need for us because our risk and compliance framework is complex. So we went through a pilot of that, and we've been through a couple of iterations, but now that's just the way we do our incident reporting. It's quite effective. I have absolute confidence in the way it works. So our next project has to do with recruitment. Again, we're dispersed. We have managers needing to make quick decisions about appointing people. School holidays are coming up, so they'll have casual people they'll need for vacation care. Somebody will pull out and they'll need to start our recruitment process. Now at the moment that depends on forms, spreadsheets, emails, faxes. We have to have police checks, working with children checks, reference checks. It all has to come back through State Office, and occasionally there'll be conflict about whether something went missing, something was sent, it was received, it was processed. So we want to look at HR next and see whether or not we can develop a system that again makes it easy for managers to process their recruitment requests and gives me confidence that all the stages of compliance management have been done well, and that'll be our next project. I meet with my managers 2 or 3 times a year. If a piece of software complicates their life, I hear about it very quickly. They won't use it, and I will know at those meetings about all the problems. We'll have sessions where they want to tell me why I should not proceed with something. I've never had that conversation with my staff on SharePoint. It's part of what we do now. I haven't had major issues with training, so people have been put through it. They're comfortable with it. So from a CEO who is relying on other people to deliver IT and not have IT complicate his life or her life, SharePoint has done that.